Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to discuss about set and dictionary. And if you have followed my series on basics of Python, then you know that we have already talked about number and string data type. And in the last video, we have discussed about list and tuple. Similar to list and tuple, set and dictionary are also the collection of elements of various data type. But the unique difference between tuple, list to set and dictionary is tuple and list, they do have an index. That means each and every element, they do have a unique position in the list and tuple, and you can access those elements by using the index. But in the set and dictionary, there is no such index is defined. There is a different way you can access this element within the set and dictionary, which we're going to talk about, but they do not have the index. Set is also a collection of element of various data type, and it's mutable. That means you can edit, insert, delete any elements within the set itself. You can represent set in Python by using two curly brackets, and you can pass all your elements within the set within those two curly bracket by using comma as a separator. So this is one of the example. Set is is actually a list, but each and every element of the set has to be unique. Whereas in the list, this condition not always true. So in other way, we can say that every list is not a set, but every set is a list. Dictionary is also a collection of element of various data type, and it's mutable. And you can represent dictionary the same way you'd represent set, that is using two curly braces, and you can pass all your element within those curly braces by using comma as a separator. The only subtle difference between dictionary and set, how you represent these elements. In set, this element is a single value, while in the dictionary it is a key value pair. So this is one of the example of a dictionary. And if you take the first item of that dictionary, it has two parts, so which is separated by a semicolon. So whatever part came before the semicolon or in the left hand side, it's called the key, and the part of the item which is comes after the semicolon or in the right hand side, it's called value. So each item of the dictionary is a key value pair. In the second example, I just changed the order of the key value. So here the key is 1 and the value is red, while in the first example the key is red and value is 1. I think you should have get the intuition why it's called dictionary. You know, as if you are looking into the dictionary for a value, for a key value. So that's enough theory, I guess. We can go to Python and do all these things in practice, and also we can do some operation on dictionary and set. So let's do it. So here we have declared a variable mySet1, and we have assigned a set to it. And this set, as you can see, it has 8 elements, and 23 is appearing 2 times. So we have put 23 2 times, and when we print this one, or when we execute this variable, save it and run it, and want to see the value, you can see there is only one time 23 appearing in the variable. However, we have declared 2 times 23 in the declaration part. So we can assume that set automatically takes care of all the duplicate values. Now, one thing that you also want to see or notice here, the order in which we have put the value is different than the order in which it gets stored in the background of the Python. So Python set doesn't care about index, and that's why we cannot use index to slice and dice a set. There's a different way we can do it, which we will see it, but index doesn't make any sense for set. Okay, Python set not only very useful for removing duplicate value, but also it is very useful to do all kind of membership test. And if you haven't watched my video on membership operation, I would request you to watch that one first, or else I would just assume that you know about membership operation. And let's say we want to test a member 23, that whether it is a part of mySet1 or not, which I can do that using membership operation. 23 in mySet1, and I can print this one to see the output. And here you can see true. The output of this membership test is true because 23 is part of my set 1. You can essentially do this membership operation in all kind of data set like list, dictionary or tuple, but set is designed for this kind of operation and it does it very efficiently. Okay, let's say we have another variable my set 2 and let us assign some of the value 23, some of the elements within to that set 23, 56, 98 and 5. And let's say I want to see all the elements that present in my set 1 but not in my set 2. I can do that using a method. To access the method, you just have to type dot and press tab. It will throw you all the methods that you can perform on my set 1 variable. So the one which we are looking for is difference, and this particular method, when you pass the argument, let's say my set 2 within the parenthesis, it will print all the element that present in my set 1 but not in my set 2. So let's print this one, and here you can see these are the 5 element which is present in my set 1 but not in my set 2. Similarly, I want to see all the element that is common between my set 1 and my set 2. That I can do that using intersection. So this is the one which we are looking for. If I just save it and run it, you can see these are the 2 elements that present both in my set 1 and my set 2. And for example, if I want to see all the elements that present in my set 1 and my set 2, I can use that use a method called union and pass my set 2 within the parenthesis, and when I run it, you can see it will give you all the elements that present in both my set 1 and my set 2, and it automatically take care of all the duplicate values within it. Let's say we have a variable x and we have assigned a dictionary to it, and this dictionary has 5 elements. And as you can see, each of this element has 2 components. The one that comes before the semicolon, what we call key of the element, and one that comes after the semicolon, we call it as value of the element. And we can access all the keys of the dictionary by using key method. So let me show you how you can do that. You say print, and within the print you can pass x and key method. Within the parentheses, don't pass any argument. It will just throw you all the keys that present within the dictionary, and here you can see it has red, green, black, pink and yellow as a key for this dictionary. You can do the same thing for the value. So here I can say values, and let me save it and run it. You can see it has value 1 2 3 4 5 within the dictionary. You can, let me comment this one out, this one also. You can also, I don't want, let's say I don't want to see all the values against all the keys. I just want, I'm particularly interested on the color red, let's say. Now I can do that using print and the dictionary name x, which is the variable name, and within the square bracket I can pass the key of the one which I'm interested. Here it's red. So when I save it and run it, you can see it will return 1 because 1 is the value of the key red. Okay, now let's say I want to pass something, pass item white, and white is not present in this dictionary. This key doesn't belongs to this dictionary, so it will just show you an error. But I don't want an error. I just want, if it is not present, this key is not present within the dictionary, let me just return something, let's say not present or something. We can do that using get method. Let's say, let me close this one and let's say get. First let me show you how you can grab an item, let's say red, which is the key present within the dictionary, and red is present within the dictionary, and when I say x dot get, within the parenthesis I pass the key red, you can get the 1, which is the similarly which is the same thing which we have just get by using the square bracket when you pass the argument within the square bracket. Now let's say I want to pass white now, and white is not present within this dictionary. So when I run it, you can see it's returning none rather than an error. Let's say I don't want to see none. I just want return as not present. So I can do that using this string. So this get method takes two argument. It takes the one which is the key that you are interested in and the one which you want to get when it is not present within the dictionary. So white is not present in this dictionary. So in this case, I want to see not found. So if I save it and run it, you can see white is not present, so that's why it's saying not found. So if I just change it to red, it will just return me the value which is 1, that is the value of the key. Okay, good. Let me comment this one out as well. We can also update a value within the dictionary, and we can do that using update method. Update, and this update method will take a dictionary as an input. Let me pass this dictionary, and this dictionary you can pass the item that you want to change. Let's say I want to change the value of red, so let's say red, and I can change from 1 to let's say 12. So when I do that and I say print x, and when I run it, you can see now the value of red is changed from 1 to 12. You can not only just pass the one item within the dictionary, you can pass many items. So here also I can pass, let's say, green, and I can change the value of green from 2 to let's say 30. When I do that, if you run it, you can see now the value of both red and green has been changed from 1, 2 to 12 and 13 respectively. Now what happens if you pass an item that is not present within the dictionary, let's say white, and I want to pass the value, let's say 25. Now white is not present in the dictionary, so even and we are saying update this value within the dictionary. In this case, the Python will just add this item within to this dictionary in the end. So here white is being added at the end of the dictionary. Okay, that's all for update. Let me comment this one out, this one as well, and let's talk about how you can delete an item within a dictionary. You can do that by using del method, and you can let's say x and pass the argument red. Here if you save it and let me print on the x, when you do that, you can see the red is being removed now from the dictionary. Okay, you can also delete an item by using pop method. So if you have watched my previous video on list, you know how you can do that. So you say x and you say pop, and within the pop you just pass the item that you want to delete, let's say green. And this pop method, as you know, that it won't just do the delete, but it will grab the item which it will delete. So if I will just print the item, let's print this whole thing, you can see it will first grab the item which it's going to delete, that's green. And if I will just say print the new value of x, and let me comment this one out so that it won't confuse you, this one as well. And when you do that, you can see the item which it deletes is the value which it delete is 2 or popped is 2, and the item was not present within the dictionary anymore. So these are some basic operation and things that you can perform on set and dictionary. So with this, I'm concluding the introduction to data type. So far we have seen there are 6 data type present in Python, that is number, string, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. And I know there is a lot of things which we have covered in a very short span of time. What I can suggest to you that please repeat this video, pause it whenever you need it, need more clarity. do all the code by yourself. And if you have any questions or comment, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will try to answer them with best of my abilities. Or else, as usual, thanks for watching, and please do like and share this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Until next time, cheers.